This morning, Oregon state lawmakers are talking about the possibility of banning TikTok on government devices.
Fox News' Mia Villanueva joins us live with the support the proposal is already getting. Good morning, Mia.
Tim and Shauna, good morning. Oregon would join more than 24 other states if this ban goes through. The ban on TikTok on government devices is currently seen in states that are Republican-led states. In fact, 5 of the bill's 10 sponsors here in Oregon are Republicans as well. But the bill was actually put forward, House Bill 3127. It was put forward by Democrat State Representative Ben Bowman. So the bill is getting support from both sides of the aisle here in Oregon. Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum and the Department of Justice are also in support of the bill, citing that ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, tracked multiple U.S. journalists covering TikTok by improperly gaining access to their IP addresses and user data. The DOJ says TikTok also settled a $92 million class action lawsuit last year over allegations that it would capture data from its users without consent. Now, since then, even the White House has gotten behind a ban for its employees. It announced last month that employees would also have to delete TikTok from their government devices. Now, we did reach out to TikTok about this possible ban of that app on government devices here in Oregon. We have not heard back. The House committee is expected to discuss the ban further tomorrow. Again, the ban would only apply to government devices, so you would still be able to download the TikTok app on, let's say, your personal phone. For now, reporting live, I'm Mia Villanueva. Good day, Oregon.